Hey Leo, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to be doing your July 16th through to the 31st reading. Now I wanted to do something a little bit different for the zodiacs. I'm calling this the retrograde classroom. We are smack bang in retrograde season. A lot of that energy is now permeating the consciousness, if you like. It does develop beneath the surface, especially with the bigger external planets, okay? The likes of Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, you know, these retrogrades happen every year, yes. They affect us on a cosmic level, not just a cosmic level, but a collective level, okay? The personal planets, Venus, Mars, Mercury, we can feel them more prominently. But there are deeper wisdoms that are available in the bigger planets, in the outer planets, and this is what that deep soul healing is all about, essentially speaking. So that energy is now hitting our consciousness in many ways for a lot of the collective. So it's about, it's a good time to sort of do a bit of a review. I'm calling it the retrograde classroom because retrograde season is very much like being in high school, where you've got substitute teachers that come in and offer different lessons, okay? So how I receive that information is going to be different to the next person, and what the next teacher then offers, okay, is going to be different again. So if the planets were teachers in that regard, you know, how we each receive that information, take it on board, is going to be unique to our circumstances, our perceptions, our upbringing, our values and belief systems that we all run by. All right. I've pulled 3 energy cards for you, Leo. I've also pulled some tarot to perhaps pick up on a collective energy that many of the Leos might be going through, that I'm picking up on. I am feeling just a need to press pause. I don't know if you're due for a break at work, if you're due to sort of just rest, if you find yourself, your body, your physical body is winding down and you're finding yourself needing extra sleep, or whatever the case may be. Certainly a lot of the influences at play as we move in towards Lionsgate. We're feeling this energy on a cosmic level, Leo, and you guys are in that 12th house energy as we approach the end of the Cancer, the Sun in Cancer transit, and as we head towards your birthday season, yeah? So let's take a look, Leo, and see what energies might be crossing the lovely Leos that I'm connecting in with today. Perseverance is the energy card that has come up for you, as well as loneliness and honesty. Maybe you're feeling in many ways, Leo, that, you know, at this point in the timeline, you sort of can't speak up. Like, I'm tired, but I'm going to keep on keeping on. I did feel this tired energy, and, you know, I feel alone in my ability to be able to express that truth, that I'm tired of this routine, tired of the status of this relationship, tired of this environment at work, whatever the case may be. Take it however it resonates. I'm sensing a lot of Leos are feeling isolated in that hermit mode, okay? And that makes sense, being in 12th house energy before your birthday season. You're sort of going within and feeling the need to persevere through something. And sometimes when we only ever come up against blocks, Leo, it's simply because we're doing things in old ways, and we know there's a part of us that knows we need to do things in new ways, okay? So the honesty card has also shown up for you. So maybe it's time to get raw and real with self about what it is you deeply want to change. Probably not just this point in the timeline, but the goals you want to achieve, how you want to do things differently in the next year ahead. The retrograde classroom offers you an opportunity to really isolate yourself. Go to the wisdom of temple. Go to the wisdom within, okay? We can be in a house full of people. We can be in a workplace full of people and still feel alone on some level. What is it that's making you feel alone, separated? And sometimes soul does that. It pulls us away from the externals. It pulls us away from everything that is not us so that we can meet us, which means meeting our needs, which means addressing those deeper things that are trying to come up thanks to the retrograde energy. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Maybe many of you feel like there's this big to-do list of goals that you want to action on some level, a big dream, a big goal, a big achievement you'd like to see sort of come into fruition on some regard, and you're hell-bent on achieving that one. I keep feeling this energy of doing things the old way. So take that however it resonates. Is there a new way to do things? If you keep, like, I kept coming up against a brick wall as well. So I'm feeling this old concept of having to persevere no matter what. So if something's not calling to you, and if it doesn't, and I get it, you know, hard work, equals rewards on some level. But it's this effortlessness energy that is the language of heart. It is the language of soul. It is the things that feel like we're not putting in any effort that actually is a reflection of what we're truly desiring on a soul level. So if something in your life, your job, your routine, the way I just keep feeling the way in which you do your day to day, if it's not making your heart sing, what is it that needs to be changed? And where can you allow yourself permission to not necessarily keep pushing yourself through perseverance when you don't? Like, it's about wanting to do things, not feeling like we have to do things, is what I'm feeling here. I know that I am never alone. Maybe I'm connecting into many Leos that feel a little bit isolated in their thoughts. And, you know, that's a very natural process, Leo, of simply solidifying what is going on internally for us as we process that before we even feel like we can communicate it. Maybe you're still coming to a crystallization of the deeper changes you wish to make, the deeper goals, the bigger goals you wish to achieve over the next year, whatever the case may be. Maybe many Leos I'm connecting into have been connecting into this loneliness energy as a form of self-reflection of the year that has been, the retrograde season that has been. And some things are coming into your awareness. About the value of honesty, being honest to self first and foremost. I keep feeling like I need to be honest about how happy I truly am on some level. Is this fulfilling me, is what I keep hearing. Let's see what the tarot wants to say, because I do see underneath the tarot deck is the Six of Swords. And in many ways, many Leos I'm connecting into are deeply desiring just to end something, end the struggle, end the mental struggle. They're deeply desiring peace on some level and to move towards peace. Maybe you are coming out of a challenging time. Maybe you are coming out of a time that was testing your resolve and you really did have to persevere, okay? I'm sensing here that I just want to move away, but let's take a look and see what that might be in relation to my lovely Leos. Maybe you are in a separation mode. Maybe a relationship status has changed on some level. You know, whether that is a romantic relationship, whether that is a work relationship, whether that is a family dynamic, there is a separation here. And many Leos are finding themselves in separation mode or a desire to separate. When the Justice card shows up, I'm seeing like the 10 of Cups in the past, okay? So family matters are shifting and changing. Your beliefs and your connections into dynamics, routines, the role you have always played is ending on some level. There's a balancing here that is good for the family, or at least I'm connecting into Leos that are desiring an ending on some level that will be good for their emotional fulfillment, for their family. I'm also connecting into Leos that have, you know, with this retrograde energy are probably in review mode. Like maybe you came out of a relationship, maybe something was ending last year or finalizing last year, and you're really only just in review mode now about all the wisdom you have gained on this solo journey too. Take that however it resonates, Leo. The past comes back up to play. Above all this is the Judgment card. You are reviewing the past, everything that got you to the here and now. You're reviewing patterning, beliefs, choices, whatever the case may be, the influences of others that have been significant to your journey and to, more importantly, to developing your beliefs around love. And justice is what I want to say as well. Not feeling like I always get what is mine. There's a desire here for a brand new beginning in many ways. Maybe you are coming out of a massive chapter, Leo. When the Fool card shows up, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards out of the 5 that I've pulled in front of me. You know, there's this invitation from higher self when a majority of major arcana card shows up. It's not a powerless feeling. Certainly we might feel like that on a mind level, and you might be feeling like that when the Six of Swords shows up, because I see underneath all of this is an ending that is yet needing to be fully transmuted, okay? You're fully wanting to go out of this cycle that was quite hectic, this experience that was quite hectic. You know, and I'm drawn to last October in many ways, between last June and last October, how hectic life was and how you've been slowly but surely traveling towards your goals. You know, retrograde energy invites us back into the past, and I feel in many ways I need to connect into Leos to remind them about how far you truly have come. Like if you rewind the clock to last June, last August, June to like your birthday last year was significant in some regard, all the way up until October last year. that you were able to close a cycle. Maybe there's this final paperwork, final letting go, final energy cord release on some level that is available to you in this retrograde season, and certainly all the way through to October this year in many ways. September, October will make you feel like you've got that genuine brand new beginning, okay? So I'm certainly connecting into Leos that are moving on from an old way of being, an old version you used to play, an old relationship, an old career, an old situation that you've successfully been able to transmute, not just from your life, but from your, what I'm feeling now is it's in my energy field still. And it's almost like on deeper levels, you know that you need to do a final release, a final letting go so that you can have your new beginning. You know, I feel that it is an emotional thing, an energy thing, a thought thing, where maybe your life looks completely different than what it did. And I don't even feel like I need to tell Leos to believe it because it's here now. It's almost like you're still energetically influenced in one way or another, because thoughts are being triggered, memories are being triggered on some level. This is the wisdom of the retrograde classroom for you. As you go into your review mode, in many ways, it is about trusting that you have released that thing, that chapter, that experience, that relationship, that version of you. You have successfully moved on to bigger and better things. And I think in many ways there was a deep lesson, Leo, about the value of honesty and the role you have or haven't allowed it to play in your life, okay? Whether you experienced betrayal and you had to make a decision to move away from a significant relationship, whether there was some form of dishonesty that perhaps there's judgment here, okay? So when the judgment card shows up, you know, that can apply to us or another. When we're having to separate, we're separating from the energy cords that tie us to this energy of honesty or dishonesty, okay? Like I think there's newfound wisdom in the value of honesty for many Leos. You know, maybe you went all in and trusted with a full heart and on some level were still betrayed, you know. Have we failed? Have we wasted our time? Have we lost on some level? Well, you know, personally, I feel if we choose to open our heart and be authentic and to express the true nature of who we are, then we can never truly lose. And especially every time we choose to be vulnerable, that we choose to trust, regardless of what we get back. Regardless of what we get back, Leo, that is still our choice to love, to ascend, to grow, to trust, you know. And if love is never about what we get back, but what we give, then we're always abundant. This is what I'm feeling, that I'm connecting into. Maybe there's a potential, you know, in the recent past for Leos that have perhaps separated or something to that effect. And now you're presented with an opportunity to love again, to trust again, to open your heart again. And that doesn't have to happen in romantic relationships. That can happen in friendships. That can happen in workplaces, you know, when you put your heart into something. And that's who you are, Leo. You need to feel it, to be it, to do it in many ways. You love with your whole heart. And to be betrayed, to be let down, it is something quite... It rocks you to your core. It really, it takes a while for you to get to that 0 point field again where you're willing to even start again. And maybe that's what I'm picking up here. I'm picking up on a safer need to be in seclusion, okay, just to remain on my own, because I've been persevering through the slow and steady letting go of an old chapter that really was quite hard to navigate. It really was quite challenging. All right, these times, they're not easy on any of us, Leo. But where you are now, you really are quite successful on your own. There is a lot worth celebrating, a lot of back patting that needs to be happening, okay, to remind you of the strength of your perseverance, that you really have navigated these waters, and to trust that it is safe to love again is what I do want to say, Leo. It is safe to open up your heart to joy, celebration, friendships, because you have an opportunity here to release the final, you know, weight of heavier emotions of the past. Like, this is tight. I feel a very strong pull to last year, okay? And like this retrograde season is sort of bringing up memories of the final things that need to be let go. And if we're still triggered on some level, emotionally, mentally, then we're still tied on some level. I feel this is an energetic cord dropping, okay? Especially when I see it sitting underneath the judgment card. Like, it is time to once and for all really release yourself from that connection, from that influence, from that experience, from the lessons of what that taught you about yourself and what you deeply value when it comes to emotional fulfillment and coming together with those of like mind. All right? Maybe you were betrayed within a workplace. Maybe you were betrayed within an important connection, within family. Maybe you betrayed yourself on some level. Okay, take that however it resonates. Okay, I see there's deeper wisdom here about really connecting into putting some boundary lines and saying no more. And sometimes we have to say no more to self when we're not allowing love in us. There's a lot of communication and positive messages and attention trying to make their way to you. A lot of recognition of who you really are, but you're not letting your sunlight shine. Like, you're really putting up this wall to allowing new love to enter your life, is what I want to say, Leo. Like, this is a specific storyline for some of the... Allow yourself to feel the light of your love, and despite the past, despite your experiences of it, despite the pain that it has brought into your life. You know, it's not... What's that beautiful quote? It's not love that hurts us, Leo. It is, you know, it's hurt people that hurt people when they project that pain because it hasn't been fully healed, and so we travel on and we start new relationships and we subconsciously start to project old fears and old beliefs, and we're waiting for someone to betray us, we're waiting, you know, for someone to not be trustworthy, or whatever the case may be. It is not love that hurts us, Leo. It is hurt people. But at some point in the timeline, we have to accept and, you know, get raw and real with ourselves and be honest with ourselves. How do we hurt ourselves by not allowing ourselves to open to love? Because I do see here there's a lot of love trying to come into your life, rush into your life, whether that's something you're going to love, an experience you're going to love, a person that's trying to show their affections to you, a workplace that does have truly fulfilling opportunities, but you're not allowing to open up to it because of the past. Like, now is the time to truly drop karmic timelines in many ways, you know, this opportunity to expand, to open up again, to push yourself out of your comfort zones, disconnect from the past. It's almost like soul is calling, like it is time now. Have you heard the call? Have you heard the trumpet? It's time to release the past. Okay, I feel like I need to pull a healing card for you, my dear, from the Whispers of Healing Oracle decks. Let's take a look for my lovely Leos. Perseverance is a beautiful energy, but how are you persevering to the point that you're not allowing yourself to stop and smell the roses, to stop and allow love in? If we're always on the go, sometimes we have to stop to receive, okay? Meditation. Time away, time in is going to give you the tools and abilities, and, you know, holding space for self is important as we release the final remnants of the past, as we release the cords that are still attached in some way. When we choose to open up again, start again, begin again, even if it's a business failure, relationship failure, whatever the case may be, when something doesn't work out the way we had hoped, we still have to fully let it go in some level, and that can be achieved in meditation. You know, maybe there's going to be a lot of solutions, a lot of healing many Leos are going to be able to find in meditation if they connect into that space where you allow yourself to hold space for self, allow yourself that wind down and center, and to go to the center of stillness, to see what it is that's truly stopping you and holding yourself back from receiving this beautiful love and light that's trying to make its way into your reality. The retrograde classroom, the retrograde season is perhaps a wisdom teacher in the sense it's reminding you that it is safe to do so. And it's, you know, well and truly time to be able to release the remnants of the past in one way or another. All right, my lovely Leo, I hope you got something out of that. Please do go ahead and check out your monthly for July, and also in the description box below you're going to see links to my Facebook page if you're not already following, as well as my Instagram page. Now, unique and only on Instagram are the quick reads, which I do each weekend in time for your Monday. So your quick read for July 20th is already up. Hope you've enjoyed that one, Leo. Until next month, take care and enjoy the rest of July, and happy birthday.